Hi, this is Brian Leaf with Leaf Heating and Cooling again. One of the biggest problems that we have is when a unit runs low on refrigerant or a customer fails to replace their air filter is the unit ices up. And you'll hear us and our staff mention this to you, and we'll ask you to maybe do a couple of things for us before we arrive. Typically what we'd like you to do is turn the air conditioner to the off position on your thermostat and then move the fan switch to the on position. It's typically just a little toggle switch that you would move to the fan on. What we're going to use is the air from inside the house. It's typically 70, 75, maybe even 80 degrees to help melt that ice before we arrive, and that way we can get right to the source. Now, some of the main reasons this happens is low on refrigerant or a dirty air filter, as mentioned. So the dirty filter is typically a maintenance item that's easily corrected, but we'd still like to have that coil completely thawed with ice before we do arrive. I'm going to stop the video, turn around. I'm going to show you a customer's evaporator coil. This particular one is not icing up at this time, but I would like you to at least know where you can look in case we direct you to that before we come out and service your furnace. Okay, I'm back now. And I'm approaching, a customer's furnace. That's pretty typical. We have the furnace, right in here. Filter is going to be right down here in this slot, and then up above the furnace in this particular configuration is what we call the evaporator coil. If your coil is icing up, a lot of times you'll get condensation dripping down the side in this area here, maybe puddling in the front around in here, and what you'll typically see is maybe some ice built up around here. In a lot of cases, even if it's really bad, we'll start getting ice built up on the side of the particular case, and it could be sheet metal as well. It doesn't have to be this painted cabinet, but the evaporator coil could be in sheet metal like this as well. Or you'll even see some ice on the front. So those are some of the things that we'll ask you, especially if you're saying, the system is running but not blowing air, and there's water by the furnace. We're going to want you to turn the AC off, move that fan switch on your thermostat to the on position, and then when we arrive, by then hopefully all the ice will be melted and we can then get right to the source.